Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. I'm in the shop here today and I'm going to show you about potting up a citrus tree. Now this here is my sumac orange, and as you can see I've got a few fruits on it. It's been having a hard time. It's got a lot of rain and it split a few of them and they came off, which that's fine. But I've still got a few on here. Now I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to pot this up and I'm going to do some air rooting on some of the limbs. I'm going to change up the way that it is. I'm going to get me some small trees off of this, and I've got just enough time, but some of these lower limbs, even this one that has fruit on it, this is going to be lower than I want, and once I put it into my other container. Now this is an excellent container. You might can get these. This is actually a Purina lick tub that they use for cattle protein lick tubs, and if you're worried about the plastic, it is food grade plastic, so you don't have to worry about some contamination there. But anyway, I'm going to get after this and give this thing some more room, because I know it definitely wants some. When putting this in a bigger pot, now we're going to have some type of medium, and this here is that I'm using is a 3-part mix of peat moss, compost, and perlite. And we want good drainage, but we want to hold moisture. Now the perlite will give good aeration to the soil. I've also put in a little bit of azomite in here, about a half a cup, and I've taken and putting a little citrus fertilizer. Now what I use is this. I can pick this up at Walmart or a lot of times, but this is a organic citrus fertilizer. It is actually it's 526, so it's got a good amount of nitrogen and a good amount of phosphate, and it'd make a real good fertilizer to mix. Now a lot of times I'll use chicken manure, but chicken manure's got a little bit extra of nutrients that's not really good for fruit trees, as I hear. Anyway, I'm going to finish mixing this up so I can get this started. And also I wanted to mention, if you're using these lick tubs, make sure you drill you plenty of holes around it. You want good drainage. You don't want it to, it's anything this big with the peat moss and stuff, it's going to hold some moisture, but you don't want excessive moisture, so you want it to be able to drain out. And there we go, easy as can be. Now if your root ball is root bound, you might want to take and rake it a little bit, get it to where it'll go ahead and spread out. This one here didn't have that problem. Now whenever you plant it, now I planted this and I fill it pretty close to the top, and I will end up filling some more, but don't take and cover up your truss roots at the top. Now you can go up a little bit higher on this, but you want these right up at the surface, because what happens is that's the quickest way to kill a tree, is to bury these roots. Now I do have a few roots that are exposed, and I'll come back, I'll put a little compost on top of this after I water it in, because when I water it, it's going to settle a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and put that compost. I'll probably do another dress of fertilizer and then put the compost. That way it's there underneath the soil and it's got plenty of food, because it's going to need it. Now all these pieces of tape that I've got tied here. These are some limbs I'm going to prune out, and I'm going to air layer these. So I've marked the ones I want. I'll make these into other trees. There's no need for me to waste these. I still have time this season to go ahead and air root them and take these off, and I'll have some more trees for spares. But anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If so, you might want to see more. Just hit that subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified. Give it a big thumbs up, and happy gardening.